All right, last question. Tom Brady, is this finally the week that he becomes an owner?
That has been something that I think every meeting, Susie, for about the past 14 months, we've all heard, okay, this is potentially going to be the meeting. The simple answer is I don't know. As far as I am aware, based on what I've seen, I don't believe that there is a active voting item on Tom Brady becoming a Raiders owner. But there's also these, one per club sessions where it's just the lead owner who's involved. Those are private. There is no agenda that is sent to anybody else. And based on the complexities with Tom Brady and the Raiders in terms of what's the fair sale price for a percentage of the team, which affects the valuation, which affects everybody else's valuations. There's also the working for Fox. It's a broadcast partner. Is he going to be in production meetings with with Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers when he's a part owner of the Raiders? There's different layers to it, so it's entirely possible this is something that is addressed in the one per club session. Will we actually get a resolution? I can't even place a bet on that. Not just because I'm prohibited from placing bets on these things, but also because we've heard it every meeting for so long and it hasn't gotten done yet, just because it is really complicated.
And then when he comes back in like week 7 and he gets stressed and takes the field, how will that affect his ownership, right?
But he's not allowed to. That's the other thing. You're not allowed to have any employee, including players, own equity in teams. So yeah, all of a sudden there's injuries in Las Vegas and he wants to play, or there's some other team that tries to talk him into it. Like there's so much going on here that the owners have been trying to wrap their heads around it. I would say there are some teams, and I've talked to them, that are vehemently opposed to Tom Brady being an equity partner, being a part owner of a team, and broadcasting games. They simply don't want to have it. They're not going to let him into production meetings. They don't want somebody on talking about their team who's an owner of another team. There are some teams that have taken a real hard line saying we are not going to vote for this no matter what. So you're trying to figure out, is there a way that you can navigate this thing forward and make everybody, at least 24 of the owners, happy?
But like owner of the team, he's going to own like 0.5%.
But it is a crazy conflict of interest, though, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of, it is an insane conflict of interest.
I would
no
say
matter what
probably
the
not,
is.
though. I mean, he's a guy, like, he has no say on anything that relates to day-to-day about the Raiders.
Oh, my God, that's crazy. He's Tom Brady. He just has to call up and say, oh, hey, it's Tom Brady. Right, I know everything. So here's what I want to tell you about. I don't think he would. I think he has high morals. And I know, okay, I just opened myself up for everybody who hates the Patriots to say, like, what are you talking about when it comes to decisions?
But you really think Tom Brady, who owns
Inflated
0.5% or whatever it is, Tom, it's super low, I imagine, he's going to hear something at a production meeting and call Mark Davis or Antonio Pierce and be like, hey, here's what I just heard?
I would think not, just because I think that would be a pretty quick way to get yourself banned from everything.
Right.
It's more so just the appearances that you have people who own parts of teams being employed by broadcast networks and talking about the other teams. I mean, think about this, like just the tampering element of it alone. So Tom Brady's on the broadcast talking about some pending free agent going, boy, Dak Prescott, if I were an owner, I'd love to have him on my team. And then lo and behold, Dak signs with the Raiders in March. Again, this stuff all happens. We know it happens. It just doesn't normally happen right in front of your face. That's something that some teams are going to have to be convinced of, that you don't have a slippery slope here in terms of people who are involved with broadcast owning teams.
Yeah, that'd be like, I wish Dak Prescott would think about texting me at 555-222 exactly. I mean, it's not going to happen.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.